From planes diving inches above Cary Grant's head, to Hitchcock sneaking cameras past the United Nations, these are the weirdest facts you never knew about North by Northwest.
What do we do?
Climb down.
We can't.
Here they come, we have no choice.
Hitchcock wanted one of his biggest scenes to take place on Mount Rushmore. But when officials found out the movie involved danger to the monument, they were angry. They didn't want people climbing on their faces, touching the stone, or showing anything violent near the presidents. They sent Hitchcock a long list of rules. No fighting, no falling, no damage, no footprints on the faces. He agreed on paper, and then found a way around it. He secretly filmed inside the visitor center, and then he had a giant fake Mount Rushmore built in a studio. It was made from wood, plaster, and paint. The fake version was so realistic that even workers from the park said they couldn't always tell the difference. Hitchcock got the shots he wanted, but the government never forgot. They later banned him from filming there again. Cary Grant is cool in the movie. Calm voice, great suit, smooth everything. But behind the scenes, he was confused the entire time. Hitchcock didn't give him the full script. He only handed him pages right before filming. Grant would read a scene, shake his head, and say, "None of this makes sense." But Hitchcock refused to explain anything. He liked the confusion. He wanted Grant to feel lost, just like the main character, a man who gets mistaken for someone who doesn't even exist. Grant later admitted that he understood the plot only halfway through the premiere. Yes, the premiere, not during filming. This is one of the most famous scenes in movie history. A tiny plane chases Grant through an empty field. It looks fun, but it was terrifying. Hitchcock wanted the real plane to fly very low, so the pilot swooped down close to the ground, so close that one wrong move could have hurt Grant. At one point, the pilot misjudged the wind. The plane came within a few feet of Grant's head. He dropped into the dirt to avoid it. That moment was real fear, not acting. There was no CGI, no green screen, and no trick photography. People have argued about the meaning of North by Northwest for decades. And here's the funny twist. Neither Hitchcock nor the writer had a solid answer. Some said it points to a compass direction that doesn't exist. Some said it came from a line in Hamlet. Others believed it hinted at spies or secret codes. But the writer said the truth was simple. They needed a title, couldn't agree on anything, and this one just stuck. Hitchcock wanted a scene outside the United Nations headquarters, but the UN said no. They didn't want politics mixed with Hollywood. Most directors would give up, not Hitchcock. He hid his cameras in vans across the street and filmed Cary Grant walking into the building. Inside shots were later faked on a studio set using photos as references. The result looked so real that many viewers believed they were seeing actual UN hallways. Movie rules in 1959 were very strict. You couldn't show kissing for too long or anything too suggestive. Hitchcock didn't like those rules, so he found creative ways around them. He filmed the long kissing scene between Cary Grant and Eva Marie Saint, but cut it into small pieces so censors wouldn't notice how long it really was. He also added a famous shot of a train going into a tunnel, a visual joke about desire that everyone understood. Censors complained, but Hitchcock said everything was symbolic. It became one of the most clever romance scenes in classic film. The scene where Grant causes chaos at an art auction wasn't in the script at all. Hitchcock realized he needed a creative way for the character to escape danger, without guns or fights. Grant suggested, what if he acts like a fool on purpose so the police arrest him? Hitchcock liked the idea. They filmed it with real extras who thought they were watching a real auction. When Cary Grant started shouting silly bids, the extras looked genuinely confused.
1,500.
Well, the bid is already up to $22.50, sir.
I still say 1,500.
That confusion turned into real laughter. The whole thing was filmed in one day, and it became one of the funniest and smartest scenes in the movie. The studio wanted a standard ending with a big fight, dramatic rescue, maybe a slow fade out. Hitchcock said no. He wanted a single fast cut, from Cary Grant hanging off a cliff to him pulling Eva Marie Saint into a train bunk.
Come along, Mrs. Thornhill.
It shocked everyone. The studio hated it. They said it broke the rules of editing. Hitchcock refused to change it. When audiences saw it in theaters, they gasped and then laughed. It's now considered one of the most famous jump cuts ever made. The studio wanted a glamorous actress with a big, expressive personality. Hitchcock wanted the opposite: calm, mysterious, unreadable. He told Eva Marie Saint to act with almost no emotion. He even gave instructions on how fast she should breathe. He said, less facial movement, less voice change, less expression. Some critics thought she looked too cold, but Hitchcock knew exactly what he wanted. A woman who looked like she always had something to hide. Today, her performance is considered one of the best in the film. Grant didn't want a normal paycheck. He asked for a percentage of the profits instead. The studio agreed, thinking the movie would do fine, but not great. They were wrong. The film became a huge hit. Grant ended up making an enormous amount of money for that time, much more than a typical actor's salary. He later joked that every time he ran from the plane, he felt like he was running toward a pile of cash. Subscribe if you crave even wilder, jaw-dropping facts about the most extreme movies.